today we'll be looking at Nintendo's terrible pricing strategy and fixing it for them. We will be taking a look at a bunch of titles and basically repairing them to how they should be. Before we begin, make sure you like the video and subscribe for future uploads. The Switch tax has hurt many Nintendo fans' wallets for a while now, so I figured I would give my opinions on them, and please remember that these are my opinions, not yours. But if you leave a comment down below on what you think the prices should be, I'll make sure to read it. And also, these are Nintendo games made by Nintendo and published by themselves for the Switch. Okay, starting off with Tetris 99, the physical version. It comes with 12 months of Switch Online and an actual cartridge for Tetris 99. It's currently only $30 or so, and I honestly believe that this is a fair price. Coming with 12 months of Switch Online, normally $20, and Tetris 99 being priced at $10 for the physical version, it's definitely a good deal. Animal Crossing New Horizons is one of Nintendo's later releases at $60, and honestly, I say this is a fair price. It has online, has received tons of updates, and is one of those games you can sink many hours into. However, down the line, they should drop the price after they stop updating it and the multiplayer component becomes somewhat dead and exhausted to its capacity. Paper Mario: The Origami King. Now, $60 is way too much for this title. It of course looks great and the game is competent, but a somewhat controversial Paper Mario game that is somewhat niche and has kind of a grueling replay value and no multiplayer, it's not worth the $60 and should be priced at $40. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has single player, multiplayer, tons of modes, and is still being updated to this day, and is absolutely worth the price of $60. Nothing to complain about here, totally worth every penny. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, of course, this game won Game of the Year, revitalized Zelda as we know it, and was the Switch's launch title. It definitely used to be worth the $60. Emphasis on used to. This game is amazing and is no doubt worth $60, but this game is 3 years old and it's a tad bit redundant to keep the game up like it's still some big new release. I say that Nintendo can get away with a permanent price drop of $50, that would be fair. Super Mario Odyssey is the exact same thing, nominated for Game of the Year, and has, in my opinion, better replay value. It's also basically 3 years old, and although a great experience, needs that permanent $10 price drop. These two games may not have multiplayer or any crazy modes, but the experience is worth the current high price and these games rarely go on sale. Although places like Target do have Odyssey and Breath of the Wild at $50, officially on the eShop they remain at $60, so it needs to be universal in my books. Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party is still $60 on the eShop and similar to the previous two games is $50 at retailers. However, this game is clearly not worth either of these two prices. It's been out for a couple of years now and is quite the mediocre Mario Party with its bland boards. It's not really bad, but it's frankly just not worth that much money and should be currently priced at the maximum $40. But a $30 price tag would be way more ideal. Seriously, Nintendo, just because Mario's in the title doesn't mean it's worth $60. Pokemon Sword and Shield is a 2019 release that has gotten quite a positive reception. Has multiplayer and single player and is currently at $60, but it's no Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild, and therefore I say it go down to $50 at the absolute minimum. Luigi's Mansion 3 is another 2019 release and is very well made with some multiplayer and mini games thrown in there. These extra features seem to be clearly an afterthought though, but at the moment I will say it's worth $60, but should pretty soon here get it decreased to $50. Splatoon 2, now this is an interesting one because it is extremely multiplayer focused, with they kind of thrown in their single player that isn't really focused on. I honestly believe that it's worth $40 because the game is of course really good, but is Turf War actually worth $60? It just doesn't pull up to the standards of the others, and the actual experience is worth that much, and the game is roughly 3 years old now. Mario Maker 2, this game is a bit of an expansion of the first one, which you would know if you subscribe to my podcast channel, link in the description. But really, they have added some stuff, but it's nothing novel. Still a good time, but nothing crazy. Therefore, I think it should be priced at $50 and as some time wears off, lower and lower. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are 2017 games that are basically a watered down Pokemon game. They're currently selling at $60 still, which is insane. Why not buy Sword and Shield? These prices are an absolute ripoff and need to be lowered to at least $40, as they offer themselves as a Pokemon game like Sword and Shield, so why would you price a 3-year-old Pokemon game to a less than 1-year-old game that offers a similar experience for the same price? 1-2 Switch should be $10, gonna leave it at that. Kirby Star Allies is an extremely short and basic Kirby game that needs to be $30 at the maximum, and not the current $60 that it's at right now. Honestly, it's just Nintendo hoping that some mom doesn't think twice buying it because their kid wanted it even though it gives a few hours of playtime. Mario Tennis Aces is a fine Mario sports game, but it's kind of fizzled out and needs a permanent price drop to $30 or $40. Stipper Clips is $20 and was basically made to be that price point and be on the eShop, so really no complaints here. Arms is very mediocre, is 3 years old, and honestly just seems like a dead game overall. However, a character has been announced for Smash DLC. The game should be dropped down to $30 to $40 due to its age and mediocre to poor reception. Yoshi's Crafted World is a short single player game that should have been priced at $40 all along. I mean, there's not a whole lot here. A fine game no doubt, but $60 is just stupid. Now we get onto Nintendo ports. Don't think I forgot about them, because I haven't. Nintendo has ported many games from the Wii U, as the Wii U was a failure and no one bought it, so Nintendo brought some of their library over, which of course is a good thing. What isn't a good thing is their outrageous prices. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze got a let's just throw in a mode treatment, and Nintendo warranted that this over 5-year-old game deserved to be priced at $60. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is basically Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, overpriced, and with Mario Maker 2 there's no reason for this game to even exist. Some ports I go a bit more lenient on, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as it really is the best Mario Kart. And they actually added new stuff and gave the game every single piece of DLC, making it feel like it's worth the $60 price tag. I go a lot easier on this game, and Pikmin so far seems to be following Mario Kart's lead, which is definitely something to get excited about. Hopefully Nintendo will at some point fix their pricing. And guys, of course I know Nintendo won't do these things, or at least not soon, but what I have shown you is what I think each game is actually worth. Instead of the blanket $60, Nintendo pushes on everything. Thanks for watching.